Hey there friends, I was just about to make another recipe in my thermi and I thought I'd go live, but due to the fact I've got too many for kids, dogs, cats, that dramas seem to happen, phone calls when I go live, so I thought I'd just video it and I'll put it up on YouTube so that it's there for others to see. So I thought this morning I was clearing out my crisper and I came across some beetroots, and the last few weeks I've made beetroot relish, beetroot salad, put beetroot in my smoothie, and I love this recipe because it uses a cup of beetroot, and I thought I might bring this one to you. It's known as the Nomato sauce recipe. You may have heard it. It's quite a classic in the autoimmune protocol, so the AIP. You can do a bit of Google if you want to. There's a number of different variations, and I think Jo Whitten made it famous in a couple of her presentations and cookbooks. So this is basically a substitute for tomato sauce or a tomato sauce as for your pizza bases. It can go into your spaghetti bolognese. It really does take the place of those Bolognese type of sauces, but it's eliminating the tomatoes, which a lot of people have problems with tomatoes and don't realise it. I know as I've gotten older, the more tomatoes I have, it does impact my my hands, and you know, we're getting older. I'm experiencing little aches and pains, and I know food does matter. So it's one of those things that if you can eliminate nightshades or namely tomatoes, that it can make a big difference with your arthritic conditions. So here goes. I've just gone to Recipe Community, and on that you'll find a number of different recipes that can actually be taken over to your cookie dough, which is what I did. So when you go there, and underneath a recipe it will actually say save to cookie dough. Now it won't give it to you as a guided recipe exactly, but it is great. So if you go to my recipes, once you've saved it to your cookie dough platform, and you're looking for created recipes. So because it's actually come from outside of Thermix, it's a created one and it's been taken across. So you'll see that I have it here, Nomato sauce. So that's one easy way to do it. Use the Recipe Community, because there's some great recipes there and it can be taken across to your cookie dough. Now I'm going to use a blend of two recipes. This is one, and another one that I like is on an AIP website. And again, it's just search Nomato sauce and take a look at the different ingredients. It's basically using carrots, pumpkin, celery, beetroots, and a blend of spices. So that's all I've got prepared here, ready to go in. Ta-da! So I'll put it there. Just been juggling a little bit with the bench space. I've got plenty of it. It's just getting everything in. So what we will start with is let's just have a look how the recipe talks us through here. Okay, enjoy cooking your own recipe creation. Okay, this one is going to do, it's going to steam things first, right? So this is where if you want to just march through and cook one unguided from recipe, you can do that. I'm just going to park that, and I'm going to show you what I basically do. I take a recipe and I look at it. Okay, I see that it says that we're going to cook onion, garlic, carrot, squash, butternut squash. But what I always love to do, of course, to start with is saute an onion. Always gives you the flavors of that. So let's just chop that. Oops, doing everything back to front here. Let's chop that up. Just chop on five or six. Want to add a swig olive oil. You haven't seen that done. Beats crying. You know, people say they don't need a Thermomix, but it's like, you know, some people don't need a mobile phone, but it certainly is a convenience when you've got one. So we're going to saute that now. So I'm just going to add just 2 minutes to that. 100 degrees, get that started. So this recipe, my favourite one that I use is using 5 cloves of garlic and an onion. So that's just gone in, chopped, and now it's sautéing. And then we're going to add the carrot, celery, beetroot. This one isn't, beetroot's not in this recipe. It's just got the pumpkin, butternut pumpkin. So I'm going to use a combination of both of those. So basically, going to use about 4 cups. Oh wait, it has. Yeah, I've actually dug through all my recipe cards this morning looking for this one. This is the one I wanted. Great. So 4 cups, and that'll be a cup of celery, cup of pumpkin, cup of beetroot, and a cup of carrot. So I've got that ready to go. That will seem like a lot of produce, but we're going to chop this down in the Thermomix. And basically, once we chop it down, we're going to add 2 cups of water, and then we're going to cook it down. So it does come out saucy, and you can, depending on what recipe you would like to use it. I make this up, put it in the fridge, and it's there for whenever I need to pull it. So I've used it in a sauce bottle as tomato sauce. That's great. I've used it on pizzas as a tomato sauce, and I've cooked up some meat or a mushroom alternative if you want to do meatless as a bolognese and stuck that through this sauce. So it's really versatile, and it's one of those recipes you don't have to be on an autoimmune protocol to love it and engage it and use it. Because why? We're smuggling in all these veggies, and honestly, most people won't know that it's not tomato sauce. It's just got those herbs and it's flavoured beautifully. So we've got a bit of vinegar, red wine, normal vinegar, red wine vinegar, and some maple as well. So you can get those out if you wanted to write this recipe out. Okay, beetroot. That's just 1 medium beetroot. I've got 2 small carrots, which all these are equivalent to about a cup. I've got my little bit more. I think I always push the limits because I try to make as much as I can. I've got a bit more than a cup of butternut pumpkin. Now you can use other pumpkin, it's just of course the sweetest and the one that I had on hand. So I'm just going to chop this now. It's hot, so it's just going to take its time to get up there. Usually 10 seconds. As you know, if we're making a salad, coleslaw, beetroot salad, it's usually, we call it our 7-second salad because it only takes about 7 seconds. But in this case, let's chop that down. Take a look at that. Perfect. Now we're going to blend it at the end anyway, so you probably safe to just do that 10 seconds. And bring up the scales. We're going to add water. So we're wanting 2 cups of water. As I say, if you wanted to make this a little thicker, I was planning to use this in a bolognese this week, so I don't mind it a little bit more on the saucier side. But if you wanted to make it more in a sauce bottle, you might just want to reduce the water just incrementally. Now I've got 2 teaspoons of salt, and I've got a teaspoon of rosemary, oregano, basil and thyme, all those yummy, lovely, fragrant dried herbs. You could also use fresh if you wanted to. I'm going to use just a teaspoon of maple syrup, puts a little sweetener in that. And this one's got 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. So This is just going to give that little bit more of a slant. Of course, if you haven't got it, you could use apple cider, Bragg's. So 1/4 cup's around 60. We've divided 250 cup up in quarters. This just puts that nice little slant on it. And you can use honey or maple syrup. Okay, so there we go. That's basically your recipe in, and then we're just going to cook. So let's just go back to our manual. Just going to put in 20 minutes. There's a lot of produce in there, so you know, depending on the size of the ingredients that you've chosen, depending on a few things, you will want to check and see if it's cooked down. Now, the recipe that I've saved to my machine actually wanted to steam the food first and then throw it all together, but I just find this is much simpler, all in together, and by rights, I'll do the right thing as a consultant. We will swap the measuring cup over for our steaming basket. So I may stay and talk for 20 minutes, but then again, I probably won't keep you that long. You can imagine after this cook, I'm just going to blend for 60 seconds to puree that, and then I'm going to put it in some sterilised jars. So you could divide it up, you can freeze some if you like. It's really an easy, versatile recipe. So while that's cooking, I just thought I'd take a few minutes just to tell you what's going on in the world of Thermomix. Just in case you're watching this at a later date, it is the 18th of October 2023, and we've got some great offers for you at the moment. So if you haven't yet purchased a Thermomix, you're able to get your hands on one this month with the favourite gift with purchase, and that is to purchase a second bowl lid blade set valued at nearly $400 for only $29. So if you haven't taken the leap of faith and jumped off the fence to get yourself one, I encourage you this month to do it. And we have at this current time a few black machines left. I love my black and white. I'm using my black just because this month is the final time to get your hands on this lovely shiny one. There is something better than having a Thermomix, I always say, and that's having two Thermomixes. So I've got another one over there, you can see in the corner, and I love having my little set. Before this Black Beauty, I had the two white ones. Now one white one lives in my bag. Yes, I've got three because I demonstrate and take them places. I sometimes lend them out too. So if you're in a really hard place of just working out if it's going to work for you and you're local, and I know you, I'd be happy to lend you my spare machine just to give it a test drive. So at the moment, we've got 36 months interest-free running as well with the purchase of your Thermomix. And that's great. We've got a lot of things on the mix shop. Currently, we've got vacuum cleaners, and I haven't been able to demonstrate mine as yet, but I do have my cleaner over there. And look, the beauty of being a consultant, I've always raved, is now nearly 14 years on. November's my 14th anniversary with Thermomix. I'm still loving the gifts and things that I get working with Thermomix. Because we not only earn a commission, I love it. The business is built up. I've got, over 600 customers, and I just love that, friends. Customers become friends, and customers tell their friends, and the business keeps on rolling over. So love all the incentives, and at the moment it's never been easier to get your hands on a Thermomix for under $500. You can come on board, you can pay for your deposit to get your machine and your business kit and get started, and then as you sell you can pay off your machine. It's brilliant. That's one way to earn, is just to come on board as a consultant. So So the other things that we've got on our mix shop, I just want to show you one of my favourite things is definitely my grazing bamboo container. This is the large one, there's 2 sizes, and as we've just moved and we're living in a house with a lot of people coming through and visiting, I've been able to put together a beautiful grazing board, whether it's sweet or savoury, and have that when people pop in. And I just love it. Presentation's gorgeous, put the lid on, there's a lot of flies around, summer's coming, and it's good that you can then lift it off, present it well, and if you don't finish it all, put the lid back on, and then hubby and I finish it off for afternoon tea. So they're great. They're only $34.95 for the large ones on our mix shop. Go over and have a look. There's a number of things. There's Afura cookware, there's to make your sourdough in, there's a lot of goodies. Something that I really love, I had no idea it would be so amazing, is our new Thermomix magazine. So yes, that's the first ever Thermomix magazine. It is like a cookbook. It is full of recipes, not just ones that you have seen before on Cookie Do. Some have got a few tweaks. You know, there's so many. There goes my book. So many recipes on Cookie Do, you'd never get through them. I love that this highlights different ones, crowd pleasers. You know, there's some things here for summer. So just lightening up your meals of the night time. You know, tacos, or whether that be with simple salads, pasta. It's just a lovely book. It'll be something worth jumping on and grabbing at the mix store. So there's a few things happening. I have got a in-home demonstration at my house, so if you're watching this in the next 24 hours, I'm actually having people over, and I've got a few bookings in for an open house tomorrow here in my new neighbourhood, so excited about that. New network marketing, and yeah, just meeting new people. So if you know somebody that's interested in cooking, or if you know somebody that hates cooking, and this is the answer. The Thermomix is just such a brilliant multifunctional kitchen appliance that, you know, I say we show and tell. I don't even have to show and sell. It's just showing people what it can do and letting you be the judge, just how that's going to assist you. So I'm not going to talk another 13 minutes. You have to just trust me that this blends up beautifully, comes out like a tomato sauce. Look it up. You can see different ideas and ways to get your Nomato sauce happening in your household.